In this video, we're going to be using Stirling electric sheep and the Feather DX Camisori style shavette razor. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And I realized today, I don't think we've used Stirling all year. So it's time to fix that. We're going to use today Stirling electric sheep. And I'm going to tell you right now, this scent is not for everyone. Let me go ahead and show you the warning they have on the website. It says try a sample because this is lemon, citronella, and eucalyptus. And this, to me, smells like a citronella candle. So if you don't like that sort of scent, then I would stay away from it. But I like it. I find it rather pleasant. Is it a scent I'd want to wear as an aftershave? Probably not. Not unless I want to keep away bugs and mosquitoes. But it's pleasant to use for the shave, or at least it is for me. This is a very well-priced soap. As you know, this comes to you for $13.60 for 5.8 ounces, and that is $2.34 on our cost chart, which is absolutely exceptional. Good quality stuff, good price, high value. You get a lot for your money with Stirling. And this is the mutton tallow base, which to me doesn't really mean that much. Whether it's mutton tallow, bear tallow, buffalo tallow, I don't get a lot of discernible difference in the shave in that personally. However, a lot of people really like this mutton tallow. So we'll put the ingredients for you right there. Some other ingredients that I like: shea butter, lanolin, very nice high quality soap, Stirling, that comes to you for a great price. We're also going to be using the Feather DX. This is a Camisori style shavette razor with a Feather professional blade. And one of the things I wanted to point out to you, if you have one of these Feather DX or SS razors, you can buy these cases to cover the end of the razor if you choose on Amazon. And again, I'll link the razor and all the products used below. And if I can get this case off, yes, we have got it off. We'll get ready to get started. Again, we'll be using this today, which was a gift from my mother-in-law for Christmas. And let's go ahead and mist. We have 24 hours of growth today, which is standard for me. I'm an everyday shaver. And I'm going to go ahead and use the PAA cube. Not that I need it, because I certainly don't with Stirling soap, but I'm trying to kill it. My goal is to kill this in 2021. And it just lasts and lasts and lasts. And I always mention when I use this, do you need it? I don't know, you might, but I doubt you need it, but it certainly doesn't hurt. There's some good ingredients in here that I enjoy using. You may not. You may find it to be more than what's necessary, or you maybe use a different pre-shave. For me, it's absolutely not required, but on the same token, it certainly doesn't hurt anything. So I figure, really no harm in using it. The only thing I don't like about using these is you sort of have to work them up on your face and get your hands sort of soapy, which isn't great. But honestly, I don't think this is a product that's going to hurt. But you can use whatever pre-shave you choose. I had a viewer yesterday saying he just used a glycerin soap and gets the same result. But I don't know if he's ever tried this one in particular. So I say try it if you want to, but it's completely up to you. So let's re-wet the face and get lathering. We have a nice lather, which is always the case with Stirling. Sorry about that noise. In our Captain's Choice bowl here, and we'll just sort of work that a little bit just to make sure we have our water distributed, and no problem at all. This is the Captain's Choice copper bowl. And Stirling never disappoints me. Always produces a very fine lather. It's very consistent. That's why I love it. And honestly, it does not leave me wanting for anything. Now, keep in mind my use case. Use case is always, always important to consider and not talked about nearly enough. I'm not looking for a bunch of skin food. I think it's good if it's in a soap, but it's not required for me. What I want is an easy lathering soap that smells good, that works well for me in terms of the shave. And then I'm going to use post products that work very well for my particular skin type, my witch hazel, my splash, and so on. That's what works best for me. So I don't need all the extra stuff, is what I'm saying. So I'm going to change my technique. Typically, I would start here using this hand, but I'm going to go across today just to see if I can, to see if it feels any better. I'm not sure that it will. Well, maybe I won't, because it kind of affects my stretching. Let's just do it the standard way and see how it goes. And this is one of those razors you definitely have to be careful with, especially when putting it to the face, that you don't come in too steep or too hot, as I like to call it, meaning with too much pressure. Just be careful, be mindful of your angles. And quite frankly, sometimes I forget. I just simply forget. I'm not mindful. And, you know, if you do, you'll have a little memory line or something like that. So I try to remain as mindful as I can. The Camisori style for me is a little bit awkward because of the way you hold it. I prefer the scaled versions, but I wanted to have one of these. And I should mention that you can get the SS version quite cheaper. This one on Amazon is $158, this particular razor. You can get the SS version, which isn't stainless steel. That's the main difference, and has a little different handle style for between usually $70 and $100, so quite a bit cheaper than this one. So keep that in mind if you're interested in one of these type of razors. These use the Artist Club style blades. One of the things I want to mention also is these razors at the shaving shops are usually far more expensive than they are on Amazon, or if you order them from Japan, where they're made on eBay. So sometimes these are in excess of $239 at the shave shops. But if you look to Amazon or eBay, you will find that these are cheaper. And so you don't have to pay nearly $250 for this unless you just want to support, you know, the particular shaving shop. And sometimes I want to do that, of course. But from $158 to $239 is quite a big price difference. So, again, I'll link Amazon link below, but also you can look on eBay and get these directly from Japan, usually for a pretty good price. So just do your shopping if you're interested in the DX version, and try to get the best price you can if that's important to you. But the shaving shops and vendors do sell these, but usually they're quite a bit higher. So just keep that in mind. I think the thing for me while using this is just getting used to the handle. I like the scales on a razor. It's just what I'm comfortable with. And I think if I use this a lot, I would probably take to it, but I really prefer the scaled version. It just feels better, and that's what I've used much, much more. And so that's natural. So I think I just need to spend time with this. But if I had it to do over, because I put this on my wish list, I would have put the scaled version on my wish list instead. Because this just, I think it's always going to feel a little bit awkward because I'm probably never going to use it enough. Like I need to use this several times a week, I think, to get familiar with it. But it does provide for a nice shave. And by the way, the Stirling here, it's fantastic. For the money, it's really hard to beat. For my use case, it just really checks all my boxes, including great value. Great value. Very, very nice indeed. And as you can see there, makes a nice lather. The brush today is the PAA Switchback 400 and the AP Shave Co. 2-bed knot, which is really, really nice. Really enjoy using this. And as you can see there, no lathering woes at all. Stirling just, I find it to be very easy to lather consistently, which is very, very important. All right, so we'll switch it up and go up the neck here. And again, I'm so used to straight razors now and that form factor with the scales, this always feels quite awkward to me. But I wanted to have at least one Camisori style razor to try. But I'd be lying if I said it felt uber comfortable for me, because it's just, it's a little different. And a lot of that is just unfamiliarity with using it. And you're gonna have that when you're using something new. So you just have to keep plugging with it and try to get familiar and try to make it work for you as best you can. But this is certainly awkward for me. I just love those scales on the straight razors. But again, I put this on my list, but just because I wanted to have one Camisori style razor but it's not as fun for me to use. It just feels awkward, being very honest. I would probably get the scaled version if you're looking to get one. Unless you were just, you prefer a camisole style. You think the scales get in the way. For me, the scales help with my vision. It gives me a better look at my angle. And also the way you hold the razor. It's sort of, with the scales, it's sort of with a balance and counterbalance. And I find that to be helpful in manipulating the razor, but that's just me. By the way, I want to announce today, and I've been telling you guys I'm going to start doing this for the giveaway winners. Today we're going to announce the 345 Soap Company giveaway winner, and I'll show you a screenshot. I'll drop it in right there, where there's the sort of things that I put in the random comment picker. You see the keywords, you see the number of entries, and then the winner I'll put up now was Art Love. So Art, congrats. Email me, cdb@iamcdb.com, and I will get that 345 soap out to you. Thank you very much, 345 Soaps, for providing that soap. And that is unused art, so I hope you enjoy it. Hope it works very well for you. I enjoyed that soap, by the way, that 345 Soap Company flannel shirt. It's one I'll definitely consider buying. I really enjoyed it. All right, so this pass felt pretty good. I had intended to start out using cross and then going cross this way on the downward pass, but then I realized my stretching, I'm so used to stretching this way, I'll just keep it the same. But maybe I'll experiment with that at some point and see how that goes. So far, the shave's going well. The soap is treating me great, as it always does. And I always try to mention this when I use Stirling. Last year, I did a spotlight interview with Stirling. And if you've never seen that, I'll put it up there for you in one of these corners. I forget where the little card goes. Check that out. And I think once you watch that, it's hard not to like Rod and Mandy. I really enjoyed doing that, and I will be doing more of those this year. I've just been much busier so far this year, but don't worry, I'll be getting around to that. And I tell you what, the lather with Stirling, I always say this, and I don't mean it to be offensive to anybody. If you're not getting a good slick lather with it, there's something wrong. I don't know what's wrong, but there's something wrong. Because for me, it's one of the most consistent soaps that I've ever used of all time. It pretty much always does the same thing. And this is a different tallow, and it does pretty much for me the same thing as all the other ones do. Very consistent, and that's one of the things that I really appreciate about it, to be honest with you. I love that consistency. And I love that consistency of price too. Generally speaking, they don't have different, some artisans, the prices vary from soap to soap. You know, one day, one soap is this price and the next soap is that price. In Stirling, they're pretty much, most of them are the same price. Other than when they make their smaller 3 ounce sizes, and those are slightly more, but it's only a few cents. So I really like that Stirling is, I think, consistent across the board in most everything they do. And for me, it's just something I really appreciate, because I'll notice with some artisans that really the price can vary wildly sometimes. But Stirling tends to keep their prices fairly standard throughout their product lines, and I like that. And the way the product works, again, for me, is just very, very consistent. I don't get a lot of different performance. Looks like I got a weeper right there. Or I scalped a bump. One or the other, which disqualifies this from being a perfect shave. But that is okay. I probably scalped a bump. I find that with Shavettes particularly, I'm much more likely to scalp a bump. Whereas with the safety razor, for some reason, I usually go over it. I don't know why that is, but I don't know if that one was a bump or not. Let's feel it. I don't know. I think that might just be a weeper. I don't feel a bump there, so that one just might be on me. but that's okay. I'm certainly not familiar with this Camisori style razor, but that's something we'll tend to in the rinse. Just we'll throw the alum on that and it will be good to go. This is a very sharp blade, the Feather Professional blade, and it's done a great job today, minus probably I don't feel a bump there. I think I just got myself. And if I just get myself, I'll say so, because, you know, none of us are perfect. Did I get one right there too? I don't know, I can't tell. Maybe. None of us are perfect. And especially when using unfamiliar equipment. We'll probably take some time to really, you know, get to know this razor and get to use it well. And so it felt good though. So from that perspective, I think it was really nice. All right, let me rinse. We'll come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. All right, and we're back with the Magic Made by Witches. This is Thayer's Witch Hazel, and that was not a bad shape. I did, I think, have a weeper right there. But other than that, no problems. Kind of awkward still with that Camisori, the Feather DX. Really nice stainless steel Camisori style razor that uses Artist Club style blades. This one is Feather Professional. Again, I encourage you, check Amazon, check eBay. I'll have links below if you're interested. You can get better prices than most of the shaving shops, if that matters to you. The Stirling electric sheep, really, really nice. And honestly, when I was doing my warm water rinse, it took me forever to get that sheen of slickness on my face. Very slick, very nice. I really enjoyed that today. We used the AP Shaveco 2-bed with the PAA Switchback 400, and of course our trusty Captain's Choice copper bowl, which is fantastic. And we're going to close it out today with Stirling Mountain Man, which is an old aftershave that I'm trying to get some uses out of to sort of whittle it down. And this one, this smells like, I think it's Creed Silver Mountain Water, which is a beautiful scent. And just like that, we're going to have an excellent day. I hope wherever you are, your shaves are fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. Till next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way. And as always, God bless.